Yeah.
And if you wake up on a Saturday and you're like, all I want is donuts and pizza today, well, figure it out in your calories.
Right.
You know, it doesn't require, now you can't do that every day.
Yeah.
You know, because then you'll
you need some
be
good,
sick, you know.
Right. You want a good nutritional
the body
clean
is
diet.
very resilient, and if moderation is good, but it just gives you a different mindset. And if you don't feel like we're all so rebellious inside, you know, that's not just for teenagers. You tell me you can't do it, and I'm like,
yeah, no, we will.
Do it.
Welcome to the Alfie Podcast, episode number 40. Believe it.
Woo!
With our very own certified nutrition consultant, Yvette Raymond.
Thank you. Welcome. Hello. And I'm also in my 40s, so it all lines up.
Nobody would believe that. But they wouldn't believe it because you are on top of your nutrition game.
Wow.
And you don't want to miss this episode because she's going to give you all the secrets how to stay young, get a six-pack, kick the caffeine, boost your sex drive, everything you want to know.
Winning lottery numbers. You stay in tune.
We're going to get all the secrets right now.
Okay.
With Yvette. I have a lot of interesting questions for you that I can't wait to hear the answers for.
Me too.
For those of patients that have been here, they know you, Yvette, because you've been with us for how long now?
Like over 3 years.
3 years. That's incredible.
3 or almost 4 years, maybe.
Almost, yeah.
Isn't
since
that crazy?
The beginning. So Yvette's our nutritionist for all our orthognathic patients. It's been such a blessing because we believe in holistic care.
Yes.
And it's more than just surgery. It has to do with mindset. Nutrition is a key component to that. We have a psychiatrist on our team. And I know that our recoveries and outcomes are so much better because of it. And our patients are not only blessed, but appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
And there's no doubt that they do better because of the tips and instructions and support you give them.
Thank you so much. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be here if we didn't have a forward-thinking doctor. I
appreciate that.
That is thinking from like a multifaceted approach of healing, which is really the only way to do it. You know, I mean, there isn't just a linear one way to do it. Our bodies are complex creatures, and it takes a lot of things, especially when you're doing a big surgery like this. It takes all the moving pieces, and it's really a privilege of me to get to be here because there's not many doctors that are doing this.
Yes.
And it brings my heart so much joy to be able to see people have access to so many holistic parts of healing after a surgery, and it really helps them to be informed for the rest of their life.
Yes.
And, not everybody knows, but I mean, you do this out of pocket. This isn't something like...
Right, we don't put it on the patients.
That's right. And that
comes
really...
out of the practice.
That says a lot. That says a lot that you've done that and that you kind of really set the pace for it. I know that other doctors are starting to talk about it and they're starting to see your results. And I think that because you've done this, it's going to make it standard. A more standard practice. It's going to have to be.
It should be.
Yes, absolutely. I think that it's a disservice to patients and such an extreme service on the positive end of it for them to get that education because it's really a night and day difference.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you do an amazing job, obviously. I don't even have to say that. That's already stated. But to be able to follow it up in their healing, even though it's already so much faster because the technology you use and you're so advanced in what you're doing, especially in the surgery, but then for them to get to even heal even faster than what other people are doing before, because you were already had patients that were doing amazing recoveries even before I got here. So it's really nice to see how far it can really go and how fast they can heal. I mean, there's people doing, videos like 1 week after.
They look great.
Just killing it.
Yeah.
Taking
it to the next level.
Blows my mind. It's awesome.
For sure. And nutrition is so important. For that. And you're right. I have a lot of patients who come back and say like, I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life. And it's not just the surgery. It's everything that I'm doing and learning.
Yeah. That's always my goal. When I'm talking to them, I mean, it's definitely surgery, but it applies to everything. I mean, everything I'm advising is for life too.
Exactly.
I mean, it's wonderful for the surgery and you're going to see really great benefits because you are in such a kind of pressure cooker moment of healing where you can see definitive results really fast. Right. But man, like you can carry all of this. This is all for everything. Yeah.
Agree. I'm looking at these questions. I can't wait for these questions.
Okay,
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. And, we're going to get into the surgery and all that stuff and give tips for people. But, what we do here is, Yvette, you really individualize support and counseling for everybody's individual needs.
Yeah.
So, yes, there are things we can talk about that everyone should be doing, but I really believe in customized approach, and everybody's different.
Definitely.
Right? People need different types of nutrition, and they have different diets or different allergies and different nutrient and mineral and vitamin deficiencies or adequacies. So it's cool that we're looking at all those things, and you're looking at all of them and supporting.
Definitely.
These people, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I feel like we should have some game show music or something. Let's get going.
We can do that.
Do I have a buzzer or anything?
Yeah. Okay, let's start it.
Okay.
What's one piece of common nutrition advice you wish would disappear forever?
Like anything extreme. No carb, no fat, low protein, vegan. And I support anybody's lifestyle. I think you can be healthy on all of them. I've done all of them. I was 5 years vegan, 10 years vegetarian.
Yep.
Keto, I did for a couple of years. I've done it all. So it's not that I work with every single patient from every single walk. I do them all. But I think the extremism is hard to maintain for life. And so I like to do things that are like life sustainable. How can you do? I know you did great for keto for years.
Yeah, it works well for me.
That was impressive. I mean, that was impressive. No bread, no nothing.
Yep.
But I think that because it's all nutrition is also a balance with like happiness and being sociable and
right, life.
I mean, food's a big part of being a human being, and it's a big part of our social concept and our happiness and how we make endorphins and dopamine and things like that. And so I think
true.
That would be mine.
I could attest, and I'm glad I have sourdough back in my life.
Right. I mean, how happy when you take a bite of that, you're like, joy.
Good. But you know what? I think I do appreciate it more.
I bet.
Because of all those years of keto.
I'm telling you.
Which I still try to do once in a while. Okay, that's great. What food do most people think is healthy, but is actually sabotaging their health?
Oh, healthy, but sabotaging their health. I don't know. Probably I guess it would depend on the person, because what sabotages one,
Yeah, the customized answer.
Yeah, so it's kind of tricky because, I would say like kombucha could be not great for some people, super great for other people. So that one's kind of tricky for me because there's so many different like anomalies in the human being. Like, can they do histamines? Can they process glutamate? And there's like so many things that it would make it hard that they think it's healthy. I don't know.
Okay.
Because like some people, kale is difficult for some people.
Yes, that's true.
Oxalates and things like that, but it's great for other people. So it's tricky.
That's true.
Depends on you.
Yeah, kale is an interesting one because you see a lot of mixed stuff on kale. And I saw something interesting that kale wasn't even a thing for consumption.
No.
It actually, the biggest purchaser of kale was Pizza Hut. No.
Oh, for the decoration.
For the decoration for their salad bar.
That. Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Remember the old salad bars?
In the 80s or 90s, before kale became a salad, the biggest purchaser of kale was Pizza Hut, not for food, but to put around as garnish on their salad buffet.
Yeah, I totally remember that too. Yeah. And that probably where it remains for me.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's just like, it depends on your digestion, how well you chew, those things.
It is a hard thing to get through for sure. All right. So if you had to design the perfect breakfast for the average person, because, everybody's different, what would that perfect breakfast
well, mine's
be?
going to be weird because it's what I have.
Okay.
But I am more of like a utilitarian nutritionist. So I do everything based on like functionality, ease, nutrition. Mine is never like, how delicious is it? I mean, like when I go to enjoy food, then I really enjoy it. But day to day, it's like a utility. It's just a utility to keep me alive. Like even when I was a kid, I would watch the Jetsons. I don't know if anybody is old enough like me back then. They would have the pill that came down for dinner, and I was like, to have that, like that's still my dream. So I may not have the same plan as everybody, but I love so
food is fuel.
It is fuel. I mean, that's just how my brain works. So it just operates like that. But some people are foodies, and that's going to be a very different breakfast. So I would say my breakfast is either like a raw milk or a low temperature pasteurized milk, and 2 raw eggs, a little bit of whey, maybe some, really well sourced marine collagen, turmeric powder, maybe some maca in there for the hormones, but it'll be some little weird concoction like that. And I do it every day and I love it.
All right.
And it's so easy to digest and it doesn't take any of your energy. So, sometimes when you eat, some of that energy goes when you're digesting and you're like conking out. Your blood sugar is like perfectly balanced.
That
so
sounds like
fats, carbs, protein.
Low carb breakfast right there.
Yeah. And the carbs and sugar in milk are a little bit different, especially in whole milk. You're not spiking your insulin so much.
Right.
And it just kind of covers the bases. And you put it in a cup and you go.
Yeah. So break that down a little bit. It's a cup of, are you doing a glass of raw milk?
Yeah. So it's like, depending upon ounces, mine's a lot. So I'll do like 30 ounces, and then 2 raw egg yolks from like free range eggs.
Raw. Okay.
And then grass-fed whey protein isolate. And then, just turmeric powder, maca powder, sometimes some holy basil. And then collagen, like marine collagen, I'll do one of those. Maybe a little like ancestral beef collagen. So you get type 1 and type 3.
Right.
Got to keep it, keep
it
going on the
right
face.
All right. That's
trying.
pearl number 5 right there. I know there were some more pearls, but.
And what else do I put in there? Oh, and then low salt. Because
so is this a shake or are you taking it all down together?
No, I stir it with the straw.
Okay.
That is how basic it is.
Okay.
And then a little bit of low salt. That gives you potassium and sodium. And then a little bit of sea salt. So that gives you your minerals. And then milk, if you source it right, is almost 90% water.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect electrolyte drink. So you're
Where are you
hydrated.
getting this milk from?
Well, I can get it from a farm raw that's near where I am, but typically like Whole Foods carries a couple of brands that are low temperature pasteurized and non-homogenized. Okay. And that is a game changer for milk. Because what happened is we kind of threw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
So the processing of the milk is what makes everybody have lactose intolerance. There are some people, but it is small, that have a genetic predisposition. Really can't. The majority of the people, it's the pasteurization kills the digestive enzyme. We really can't digest milk. Yeah. So you have to have it where the lactase is still in there. And then homogenization can change the structure of the protein through that heating and spinning. And some people get an allergy just because the body's like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So once you do that, you've got, milk is super healthy.
So can I go to Central Market and get raw milk?
Low temperature pasteurized, non-homogenized, which is like this far away from raw milk so that it's legal in Texas. Okay. So, but they do.
So I'm lactose intolerant. Are you thinking I can have a good cappuccino with that?
Yes.
I'll be okay?
I would say 90, well, no, not the cappuccino because you're going to heat the milk and that will kill the lactase. But could you have a big old glass of milk? Yes.
You think so?
Definitely.
Should we try this?
Absolutely.
Maybe at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So I'll send you the one. Alexandre is a good brand.
Right. Okay. We'll try this.
99%, I would say, of my patients that were like, no way, I can't do that. Drink that. And they're like, I can drink all I want.
Okay. I'm going to try. Ask me on the comments. I'll answer how it went.
Yes. That he's going to be our guinea pig.
We're going to do this. It'll be at the end of the day.
Oh, it'll be like, prove her right.
In the beginning of clinic.
Yeah.
Or definitely not before a case, but
prove her right or prove her wrong. Check the box.
I'm going to try this. That'd be nice.
How much IBS will Dr. Alfie have today?
But I trust you.
Thank you.
I trust you.
That's a lot of trust right there.
Yeah. We're halfway through 2025, right?
Woo.
Is calorie counting still relevant?
I gotta say yes.
Okay.
I think of this as a car. I don't try to make it too complicated, and I definitely am not, educated on every biological function of our body. But the funny way that I really think about it, and I've really kind of expressed this to patients just to give it some brevity, because counting calories can be very oppressive to women. Yeah. It can be overwhelming. It can be so restricting. So if you change your mindset a little bit about it, it can be very freeing because it's being in charge. So instead of like thinking about it like something else is in charge of you, like these calories, you're in charge and you get to make your own decisions. And our bank account has a limit. When you go to college, if you're not tracking your college credits, you're going to be in there forever. If you're not tracking your bank account, who knows what's going on in there? True. It's just a car. We have to track it. It's just 100%. It's a machine. Now there's variables, right? So there's liver congestion can slow that down. Your basal metabolic rate can lower from taking like antidepressants. Your thyroid can certainly slow it down. Yeah. What I tell people is, just to make it simple, is like, if I drop you on an island and there's only bananas. We're going to pick you up in 6 months. You'll be skinny when I get there.
Yeah.
No matter what you have, predisposed. So those things are going to make it so you get less calories than maybe somebody next to you whose thyroid and liver and everything's working better. But the same principle is there. You still just have to work with what you got, because like some people are really petite, and it's rough because you're like, your top calories, even if you're working out a ton, is like 2,000. That's it for the rest of your life. And that's but you get to be beautiful and petite, everybody's got their bonus.
Yeah.
And then some guys, are big and they're like 3,000 to stay alive. And I'm like, I want that.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. I would be like, so happy.
It's hard to stay under 2,000. Not going to lie.
Oh, it's brutal. But here's the trick.
Tough.
Here's the trick. And I think that this trick works. And it worked for me. I was 202 pounds when I had my first daughter, who's now 21. I was very close. I think I was 190 something when I had Bella, and she's 16. So, I mean, it's not like I am unaware. It's not like I'm just like, oh, it's so easy, because it's not easy. So I don't ever want to make it seem that way. But I do think a mindset to change it and kind of trick your mind is to say, this made me more information than you wanted for
No,
your
this is perfect. This is what we want.
Is to say, okay, so like if you're doing MyFitnessPal or some kind of macro counter, you say, okay, I've got 1,600 calories today. Yeah. Well, if there's something you love, like I love my Frappuccino at 3 p.m. or I want ice cream after dinner, put it in there. Yeah. Don't say I can't have it.
Right.
Put it in there and then
budget for it.
Then figure out the rest of your day. Exactly. Yeah. Like if you're going on a trip, you're like, I'm going to skimp buying this and I'll save this. It's the same thing. And then if your Friday night, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have steak and wine and bread. Put it in that morning. And then that way you're not like sad with all your friends, like I can't. I'm on a diet and have a carrot.
Don't eat during the day if you're doing that.
Yeah, have some rice and some broccoli, but it's worth it because you're gonna go jam out with all your fun stuff that night.
People want their control, but that's a good way to frame it.
So yes, you have to count calories, but you have to count anything. I have to watch my gas gauge. I have to watch my bank account. It's just that's true. It's just part of this vehicle, but you can reform it so it feels a little more.
So how do you do that? How does Yvette Raymond count calories?
I would say I do MyFitnessPal.
You do?
If it's gonna be a weird day. Because
otherwise you have your routine.
I have my routine and it's just so basic. And so, but if I'm like out of town or I'm going to be doing like it's holiday time, I'm do a bunch of social stuff, or I'm totally revamping what I do for nutrition, which I love to do that. Yeah. There's a website called myfooddata.gov. It's a government website. Oh, you can create like the perfect day. It's like so like I'm telling you down to the most minute biological nutrient that we just don't even think about. It's really cool. So that's my nerd stuff.
Yeah. So no, this is good. 'Cause you know what? It's like everything else. Everything takes effort. Right?
Oh, that's true.
It's like you want to be healthy. You can't take sleep for granted, right? You got to account for getting 8 hours, and you can't just say you're going to get 8 hours.
Sleep is more than nutrition.
Yes, but my point being that like you can't just think you're going to get a good night's sleep. You got to work at it, right? Yes. You got to wind down soon. You got to do the right things. Get off the screens. Eat early. Yes. Have a dark room. Don't get distracted. And go to sleep, right? And have a cold. You got to do all the right things. You got to put effort into those things.
You do.
And what you're saying is the same with diet. Because how many people just like, okay, it's breakfast, it's lunch, it's dinner, without ever thinking, all right, what am I going to eat exactly? How many calories should I be eating? It takes effort to do it the right way.
It does. And it gives you a sense of power and control. If you have the right mindset, it really does, because I have the power to do anything I want to this. This doesn't control me. I love thinking of it that way. Like, if I want to change something, then I can. It's not outside. I mean, for the vast majority of us, not everyone, right? Yeah. Some of us have conditions and disabilities and things like that. But for the vast majority of us, if I want to make my calves bigger, I can go do that. Right. Or if I want to get bigger or smaller, I can do that.
It's not a secret.
Yeah.
Look at that. What are we, 10 minutes, 15 minutes into this podcast? She's already given us the key to healthy hair and skin. If you missed the breakfast part, go back. Yeah. And now we got the 6-pack.
Oh, that's right.
We're only 20 minutes in.
Well, it's a simple process. If only I could get there.
All right, let's keep it up. Intermittent fasting, legit or a fad?
I think that it is more appropriate for men biologically.
Okay, explain that. Why?
Women, because of, there's multiple factors, and I'm pretty sure that there are some very strict intermittent fasting people that are far more educated than me. So I'll, throw out my 2 cents. But I would say that for women, when you go without, when your blood sugar tanks, right? So when your blood sugar goes low, you use adrenaline. That's for everybody, for the most part. We tend to not regulate blood sugar and blood pressure as easily as men, because.
Are you saying women get more hangry?
I would definitely say that. I would be very guilty of that. Yes. And that's what I love about milk. I
found this to be true.
Milk is like blood sugar stabilization city.
Is that controversial?
So you're just like, you'll just be like opening egg yolks in Michelle's mouth driving around. Here, honey, you're going to make it.
I have snacks with me at all times.
Yes.
Not for me.
Smart man. No, I know. I know who it's for. I have snacks in my pockets, in my backpack. I always have food. But that's the thing. It's like for all of us, you do have to be careful because intermittent fasting can be great. But because people would be like, I have so much clarity. I feel so great. Well, some of that's adrenaline. Because if you don't have sugar, then your body uses adrenaline,
right?
Which is okay in short periods of time, or if you're running from someone, or you're busy. But it's very taxing, and women can get adrenal fatigue very easily.
Right.
Low blood sugar, and low blood pressure, because then you may not have enough salt, especially if you're petite, your salt can get low. So I would say I haven't been very successful personally. Obviously, I don't have like a huge kudos for it. I'm sure there are people that can be very successful at it. I think people who have more body fat or more muscle mass probably tend to do a little bit better. They have a little bit deeper reserves.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think that if you're doing it long term and you're doing, because there's great cognitive reasons to do that.
Yeah.
And autophagy and things like that,
right.
For chronic illness, I think that they can be done short term. And I know that like keto and intermittent fasting is, they've got some research out for like seizure disorders and things like that. And I think they have their part, but I think you would have to do it very carefully with a nutritionist that's making sure that you're not using adrenaline and that your blood sugar stays stable and that the food you're eating you're getting enough sodium to get you to the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? Do you track your sugar with monitors?
If you had a continuous glucose monitor, which I'm getting one, my doctor just ordered it just to do.
I have one in the house. I have not tried it
Okay,
yet.
we're going to have to try it because I just want to do the 14 days and see, because I know that my blood sugar dips really low in the night. I'm sure
mine does too.
And so I've been trying to figure that out because that immediately gives you sympathetic overdrive.
Yeah.
That interrupts your deep sleep. Yeah. That you have adrenaline, you'll wake up early, and it's like that's part of that sleep. Yeah. If you can get your blood sugar stable, that's a huge part of sleep is blood sugar. It's crazy.
So are you doing apple cider vinegar?
I don't. I have histamine intolerance. Okay. So I have MCAS, which is mast cell activation syndrome. So I cannot do histamines, and apple cider vinegar is very high in histamines, anything fermented. But I do recommend it to like nearly every patient that doesn't. So I'm a huge fan. It does a million things. Yeah. Apple cider vinegar.
For insulin sensitivity?
Amazing. Yes. And like before you eat, I think that they were measuring if you had a little bit of apple cider vinegar before you eat, your insulin spike was like 70% less. Yeah. And it was nuts.
It's gross though.
It's so good. I think it tastes delicious. Good? Oh, I love it. You think so? Yeah. Oh, I think it's so sour and delicious. Like, I think it's good. Okay. Yeah.
An acquired taste.
I tell patients that, and they're like, okay, lady.
I was going to ask, do you have any tricks to take it down? But obviously
they have capsules, and that works. Or you can put it in juice.
Look into that.
You can put it in juice, or you can put a little bit of like stevia, and that totally changes it.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that works too.
Maybe some monk fruit.
But the gummies don't work, so don't even try this. They don't work. They're delicious, but they don't work.
Can you actually be addicted to sugar?
Of course. Oh my gosh. There's a great documentary on the brain scans they did on what sugar did to the brain. And it was the exact same, lit up the exact same dopamine and addiction areas of the brain as cocaine. They lined them up. It was the same. Now, sugar is still required for our body though. Right. I mean, our muscles run on glucose. Our brain runs on glucose. Yep. So we need sugar. But it's just how we get that sugar. Yeah. And sugar is delicious. Yeah. And I do love sugar. But it's addictive in the way that, like, it's kind of hard to say because we need it, right? So it'd be like, is water addictive? Because you need it. Most addictive substances we don't need. Yeah. We get addicted, like we don't need alcohol. We don't need, opioids, but we need sugar. So it's an interesting thing. So I think refined sugar would be addictive. Yeah. But like eating fruits and things like that, and dried fruits and dates, like dates barely raise your blood sugar. Right. They're so fibrous. Yeah. And those are so sugary and sweet.
Yeah, they are.
That's candy.
I like dates.
put a pecan inside, it tastes like
delicious.
pecan pie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Agree.
But those kind of things I wouldn't say are addictive, but I would say high fructose corn syrup, refined sugar.
Yeah. All right.
Or panela, you could do that.
Yeah. So talk about fruits then.
They're good.
Can you go over? Can you go overboard with fruits? I've heard two sides of this.
I mean, I guess you could go overboard with anything. I mean, anything you could be crazy about, right? Anything you could, you could be
like
nuts.
if I go for a full watermelon, what am I doing to my insulin?
Oh no! Well, actually, that's going to help with if you eat the white part of it. It's great for men. That's very healthy. It helps with like blood vessel dilation.
I don't even know what that means. What's the white part of a watermelon?
Like, like when you peel the green skin off, like the hard part. Well, there's like a little white part that most people cut away. Yeah. That's one of the most important parts of it.
I got you.
But watermelon is really, you want the white part.
It's usually,
as a man, you want the white part.
Tell you, the
wink,
watermelon.
wink.
All right.
That was the sexual part you said I was going to.
I knew we were going to get there.
We got it.
Check these things. We're at 3 right now.
So that actually, you want to keep the white pith on there. That's going to be really helpful. And so actually, when you keep that white pith on fruits, like on oranges and stuff like that, a good majority of the nutrients are in that and in the skin. But you have to be careful because some of those skins have
where the fiber is?
Volatile oils, and it's like too like corrosive,
Gotcha.
But eat a whole watermelon. Your body be so happy, be so hydrated. And it's better. It's better than water.
It's delicious.
It's better than water because it has electrolytes and sugar. When you have sugar with the water, then it goes in your cells. Yeah. So when we have just water, I think Fiji might have a little bit of something in there since it's the spring water. But if you just have regular water without electrolytes, it's good to clean out your kidneys.
Right.
But it's not great for getting inside your cells. And that's what keeps your skin healthy, your organs healthy.
So how about salts, like these LMNT? I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Salt is like my best friend. I would be crawling without salt. I think that
is there too many packets of LMNT you can have in a day?
I would say you probably could. I mean, you would feel a little thirsty, because LMNT, but that one is exceptionally high in sodium. So that's going to be somebody who's sweating, exercising. That's, if you're using, everybody could use 1 a day or 2 a day, but if you were using it in excess of that, you have to be like perspiring quite a bit.
Yeah.
Or have low blood pressure, something that you're kind of POTS or something like that, you're counteracting. But I think that we pretty much self-regulate salt pretty well.
Yeah.
I think what's happened more is the restriction of salt. I think that is probably more problematic. We've kind of swung a little far.
I salt my water.
Yes.
All the time. Do you use any Celtic sea salt? Or?
I use them all. So I kind of rotate them because they all have
different
minerals, I like the Celtic kind of it's kind of like a moist Celtic gray salt. Yeah. That one's great. Then Redmond sea salt. That one has a great profile.
Okay.
And then Himalayan. That one's kind of tricky because there's so many fake ones now of the Himalayan salt.
Right.
And so the diet pink and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And well sourced is what I would say. And then I like low salt.
How about some good old fashioned kosher salt?
Yeah, I think kosher salt would be fine. You would just get your sodium. It would lack a few of the minerals. But our bodies require a lot of salt.
Right.
Our brains need salt. It's all salt water.
That's everything everything about nutrition is like whatever you learn, do the opposite.
Yeah. It's like whatever you thought when you were little, you're like, look what God made. That's what's real. And everything else is just like the needed material.
Right.
It's just like everybody's fighting.
It's like that triangle, flip it upside down.
And then they're like, oh my God, it's just been, and I will say I did the same thing though. In the 20 years of doing this, it's like, I rode all the trains too. I jumped on every bandwagon, and I have come to find, which I think when you're nearing 50, probably everybody finds this is like, it's just the basics.
Yeah.
It really salt, fruit, veggies, healthy meats, that are well sourced, healthy cows, milk that hasn't been overly processed, some good old eggs, and then
old fashioned.
It really it went full circle is what it did.
It did.
We went back to exactly where we should have been. Weston A. Price is a good source for that.
Yeah.
That's where I originally learned
a
lot of that.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Awesome. Tell me about seed oils.
Highly inflammatory.
Yeah.
Not great. I think that's probably one of the big problems with eating out is that
I was going to say that's a struggle, right? Like we don't have any of these bad oils in the house.
Yeah.
But I Uber Eats a lot.
And even when you eat at good places, like, like
Yeah,
healthy
any restaurant,
places,
where are you gonna
organic
go?
places,
Yeah.
like you're sourcing a good restaurant. It's not like you're like, oh,
Right.
McDonald's, or do you have seed oils?
No, any restaurants using.
Every restaurant, it's just such a price difference that,
Yeah.
I understand why they do it, but it makes it tricky for us who want to have some good, healthy takeout meals, but the seed oils are prominent.
So what does Yvette do?
I don't eat out a lot, to be perfectly honest. And when I do, it's pretty simple stuff. Or it's the opposite. And I just go crazy and I'm like, seed oils are amazing. And I'm like dipping in seed oil.
Yeah.
And I'm still alive. It's amazing.
Right.
So, I mean, it is moderation. I mean, that's the thing is
Sure.
we don't have to be, these things are very resilient,
Yeah.
or we would have been extinct a
Yeah.
long time ago.
That's very true.
We have put these things through the ringer.
That's very true. Yeah. So eat at home.
For the most part,
Yeah.
and then I think as we ask restaurants to carry these things, or we express that we want it, or restaurants that happen to do it, give them a lot of business, and people will catch on pretty quick. They'll start.
I feel like it's happening.
Yeah,
It's
I think
there's
it's just,
way more awareness now. Like
Absolutely.
seed oil is like a buzzword now.
yeah. I think it was
Right.
just it was so cheap, and they renamed the canola. It was rapeseed oil. That
Right.
didn't sound very delicious.
Right.
You're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
So, they won for a little bit. They figured it out. It was good
Yeah.
marketing. I mean, it takes us
Yeah.
a minute and we got to figure it out. But
Yeah.
that's the thing is when it's processed, you do have to do a little bit of due
Yep.
diligence to figure out its source.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard,
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Yeah. So duck fat fries the way to go.
Oh, I use duck fat on my face.
It's awesome.
Uh-huh.
It's good.
I have it in my fridge. Now, I tried to do the beef tallow. I literally smelled like hamburger, though. I mean, straight up
Yeah.
hamburger meat. I was like, even I can't do this. I mean,
I just tried out a beef tallow soap.
yeah, it's the
Man,
best. It's so it's. Do you know they
it
say
was
that
awesome. It
that
was
fat
like-
is the closest to our sebum, like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's it's the closest like
And
composition.
I love the smell of.
Yeah, well, you love hamburger. You're like, I could eat this. So
Yeah,
delicious.
I was good. I was hungry all day.
You catch
though.
them in the shower and it's that keto in you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's hard to die away.
All right, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Ready?
Okay.
Rapid fire. This or that.
Woo!
Oat milk or almond milk?
Neither.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. If you had to choose.
Homemade
Almonds.
almond milk.
Yeah, I agree. Coffee first thing or hydrate first?
Hydrate first, then coffee, but very quickly after. You do not have to wait. Go.
Okay, I agree. I hydrate with coffee.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Smoothies, overrated or essential?
God, neither. I mean, they're cool. They're all right.
Okay, it's got its place.
It's fine. No problems.
Organic. Do you shop for it or not? Worth the money?
I am probably more in the middle now.
Okay.
Where I think stress will probably kill me faster than the organic pesticides. So I really do factor in stress. I really do. As a mom and, a working mom, like I used to be like only organic for my kids, and that was very, very stressful on my family, on me, on my kids. And I thought, you know what? Stress kills you faster.
Yeah.
I'll wash some of the
Stress,
pesticides
for
off,
sure.
So
Yeah.
I would say I get organic when I can. I
Yep.
can't say that, Houston has the best fresh organics, like a variety, and so if you're going to have a variety of fruits and a variety of vegetables, which is actually better for your body,
Yep.
I think, if you got a nice good liver and some kidneys, you'll be all right.
Okay.
Drink some water. That's the thing is like our bodies are made to handle toxins. Like,
Yes.
or we could be breathing right now. And so it's really a balance of like the places you are going to take toxins. Like I can't change this air right now. And then there's places where I can kind of make up for it. Where, I make sure I get good sleep and I have air purifiers in my
Right.
house and, like things like that.
Yeah.
And then you make it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good. Breathe through your nose.
And breathe through your nose.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Multivitamins.
Oh, essential, the right ones.
Yeah.
Essential,
Yeah.
but they need to be methylated.
Yeah.
They can't be
It's
synthetic.
not a shotgun approach.
Yeah. And really, and I think that you really need to have somebody that's really advising you on what to take and how much to take, because too much of one thing,
Right.
A, can be expensive urine, but B, can cause anxiety
Yeah.
and cause overstimulation and inflammation in not the right hands and things.
Right.
So, but I mean, for the general public, I say get a good multivitamin that you can digest well, that's methylated, that's not synthetic, because then you're just peeing it out anyways. Even if it's cheap, you're only getting like 4% of that.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's really not, it's actually more taxing for your body to digest it than it was healing.
Okay.
So I say, yeah, definitely. I think it's a requirement nowadays.
Okay. We're going to get a little personal now.
Oh gosh.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. If I come to your house and I open the fridge, first 5 things I see.
Cherries, lots of milk.
Okay. Lots
Several
of
gallons
milk.
of milk. I drink
Yeah.
a lot. What else would be in there? A lot of fruit. Usually some veggies.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some grass-fed beef with liver in it. Something weird for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and cookies.
Cookies.
I love cookies.
Keto cookies? Real cookies.
Real.
But
like-
you budget for this.
Like kind of like the Oreos with the Whole Foods 365 brand.
Yeah, I've had those.
Every night I have like
Not
one
for
or
me,
two
for the
after
kids.
dinner. Those are my jam. I keep them in the fridge. They're cold.
Yeah. Okay. Something you eat that would shock our patients.
Those cookies.
Right.
Something I eat. No, I mean, like I will have, I don't think I'm too restrictive. I mean, I do eat liver and
Yep.
heart and things like that. So
Okay.
but really your patients are very astute, well-versed.
They are smart.
They are smart. They come in with a great deal of knowledge. I'm more of a fine tuner for them or
I love
helping
our
them
patient
with,
population.
yes.
They're
And
all
so
biohackers.
they are all biohackers. And, and so I would say they probably wouldn't be too shocked because the majority of them are living that kind of lifestyle where
Yeah.
they're,
Yeah.
having good foods and then a little bit of moderation. But I'd say, they probably wouldn't be too shocked.
Yeah.
But I mean, in a pinch on a road trip, I might have a McDonald's hamburger
Oh, no.
if I had to,
Okay. Okay.
So
But just budget.
still ticking, right?
right.
She they're like warning. Next day, she died of a heart attack. She didn't
the
make
McDonald's
it.
did it.
She did. That's probably maybe once a year, but
Okay.
I would.
What was your biggest nutrition mistake growing up?
Like growing up or growing up, adult growing up.
Before you knew what you knew.
Oh my gosh. Well, when I first married my husband, what is those meals in the box? Not Chef Boyardee, the ones that you make really fast. Hot Pockets and Diet Coke was all I ever ate.
Wow.
All day, only. Multiple Diet Cokes and Hot Pockets. And I would make these like boxed meals. And if I put like corn in them, I thought that was very healthy. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
my dad taught me differently. He's an archaeologist and, he taught me every root and tree and everything to eat. I can go find food probably in the park. But,
That's cool.
I did end up not thinking that was a big deal.
Right.
I just thought, oh, you can eat whatever you want. And then got really sick in college. And that is what actually put me on the path to be a nutritionist.
Interesting.
Yeah. So learned the hard way.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Guilty pleasure. I guess we already know that.
Oh, the
360
cookies.
Oreo cookies.
Yeah, the cookies.
All right. Okay, you ready?
I'm so ready.
What's the best nutrition tip for someone working 10-hour desk days?
Keep it simple. I don't know. Some people food prep, and I love that. And I always, I'm like, you're
Yeah.
amazing if you food prep. Like, I think that people have been very successful with food prepping. But is she working 10 hours a day and then has kids and does all of that? So I would say that finding like healthy salads to go and things that are kind of already meal prepped, like that, the cost initially might be a little bit higher, or like Factor meals, things like that. Factor's a pretty clean company and they do really pretty good tasting meals. But there's a lot of companies like that. I would say that once you figure out like how much you're spending to wash dishes, make dishes, cook food, buy the food, drive to the food, pick up the food, throw the trash away for the food, that those kind of meals and stuff really do start to get pretty close. And that will lower your stress level tremendously. That will keep you out of fast food places. That's easy prep, easy fast food. You can make a little bit of like brown rice with it. And you've got, so you could do a lot like that. I would really say that's really how you have to think. It's really hard to do it all yourself.
I think that's such an important thing to stress. Is stress, because
it's stress.
it's like, yes, we got to put the message is clear. You got to put your work in.
Have to.
About what you're eating.
Yes.
You got to eat clean. You got to watch your calories. It's got to be intentional.
It has to.
Right. But at the same time, you got to minimize the stress thinking about that.
You really do. And it's it's food. It can be very taxing. I think that's why we have the problem. It's not that people are lazy or miseducated. It is just taxing and time consuming.
Yeah.
And unless you have somebody, you know, I mean, 50 years ago, there was somebody that stayed home and made all the meals and got all the meals. And there was somebody but it's all kind of married together now. And so we have to have a new paradigm of how we do it. And so people think, oh, well, if I do that, I used to be the mom was like, everything had to be from scratch. And I think I just like almost killed myself. I mean, everybody had really healthy food, but I think it could have been done. It could have been done with balance. And that's my heart is always to teach people that the balance is better. Yeah. Because it's a short run we got here, you know, and you don't have to be perfect. And the world is so different now, and kids are so busy, and you've got sports. And we want to do all the things, and all the things are good.
Right.
We get to do all the things. We're privileged to do all the things. So now we have to think of food in a different way. It has to be done a little bit easier. But I think some women have kind of like, it's funny that you say a woman that works 10 hours a day, because I think there's kind of they feel a little bit of shame if they're not preparing those meals, where I think that a calm mama that's eating well and taking good care of her body and getting something for her kids, even if somebody else prepared it, is like amazing. You know, she's got energy for the rest of the night and, you know, time to, you know, watch a show with her husband or something. I think that balance is beautiful. Yeah. And there's so many healthy places that we can resource that now. Before it was just garbage you could get. Now there's so many resources.
In a lot of ways it's harder, but it's also easier.
Yeah.
You know, it's different.
Well, once you get in the habit of living that different way, it is much easier. Yeah. It's so nice.
So let's, you know, here in America, most people are used to eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
True.
Right. Is that just, you know, is that a commercial thing? Or should we be having breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or is that completely arbitrary and based on weird norms?
Well, I would say, archaeologically, from my understanding, is that there were no norms, because you just got to eat when you got to eat.
When you had it, right?
You know, and, you know, feast or famine, or, you know, if you wouldn't eat all day, and then if you got to eat, you got to eat that night. And if there was extras the next day, then you had breakfast. And so I think we're all trying to find our way, and we're trying to find like this perfect way. Like, what is the perfect way? And I just don't think there is one. I think whatever your way that works for you is the perfect way. And as long as you're in your calories, you're meeting your nutritional requirements.
Right.
I know there's a lot of, you know, discussion of like letting the body rest in between meals, you know, and having that time to process your food and not spiking your blood sugar all the time. But I leaned more towards, we're so resilient, you know, if, you know, some people are snackers by nature. Right. But if that snacker got the perfect food, like all the nutrition, and then the 3 meal a day person did the same, you know. Yeah.
When do you stop eating before you go to bed?
Oh my gosh, I eat immediately before I go to bed.
No, don't tell me that.
I do, because I get nocturnal hypoglycemia. Okay. My blood sugar tanks.
But what kind of, this is not a heavy meal then?
No, it's really funny. You'll crack up. It's so weird.
All right, let's hear it. We got some time here.
I don't even know if I want this on like public social media.
We definitely do.
We're back to the raw milk.
Okay.
Another egg yolk, raw egg yolk. Cornstarch, because that's a nice thing it's a really simple sugar that your body can process and keep your sugar up. A little potato starch, because that one digests a little bit slower. And then sometimes maybe a little bit of oat flour, a little bit of sea salt.
You're like a mad scientist.
I'm telling you. And I mean, I'm serious.
And are you looking forward to this? You're like, oh man, I can't wait to have that raw egg, potato starch.
And my daughter's like, cocktail. Oh my gosh, what are you
looking
doing?
Forward to this?
And I'm like, yum, yum, yum. Because I mean, you know, it's like, if you sleep good, right? If that's the thing that gets you 100%. Like great sleep.
Sleep is number one.
Yeah. So like it doubled my deep sleep. My REM was like, it was already high. Now it's really high. And so, you know, it did pay off. So I'm able to see that in data, but it's weird. I'm not saying everybody has to do it, but you're next, you know, she's going to whip that up for you.
Right. Let's put that recipe real fast. What's Yvette's
with my
bedtime dinner? What was it? Let's say that again.
Okay.
Raw milk,
raw egg yolk,
potato starch,
cornstarch, sea salt, and a little bit of oat flour to, you know, just to really get it going, just to zhuzh it up.
I want someone in the audience to try this and comment below that. Let me know what you think about it.
And they're going to be like, I was levitating, and I was astral projecting. It was amazing.
Will I have hair like you if I do this?
Absolutely. That's the thing. Where do you think this comes from? It's all egg yolk.
It must. All right. Best way to boost energy through food without caffeine.
For me, I mean, the way that I think that people's energy stays up is having balanced blood sugar. I think that is what we interpret as energy, and the ability to have ATP and L-carnitine is amazing for producing energy, like cellular energy.
Mm-hmm.
So L-carnitine
Where are you getting
is great.
L-carnitine from?
Well, you can do it as a supplement, but essential amino acids. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Essential amino acids, like first thing in the morning, I keep it right next to my bathroom sink with a little cup.
Okay.
And it's like a tiny scoop and a little bit of water. You chug it back. That's energy.
Is that the first thing you're taking now?
Yes. And that is like pure energy. You feel your brain wake up. I mean, it's not like a caffeine, adrenaline, sympathetic.
And it's like no calories.
It's 5 calories. And it's 25 grams of protein immediately. But it's absorbed 95%. And so you don't even have to digest it.
We have it in the kitchen. I should use that.
Yeah.
That
so
sounds like a life hack right there.
And that helps you with human growth hormone. So you have a little bit of that at night before bed. That bumps up your HGH. Yeah. If you can get you'd have to buy new clothes. I don't know what you would do.
This is good. What nutrition trend do you think will take over in 2026? The nutritionist's prediction.
Nutrition trend. I gotta say, I don't really keep up with the trends anymore.
Oh, yeah.
She's
off the grid.
I'm just old. I'm just old school, like the weird person off the grid, like long crazy hair, and it's like I got it. So I don't know. Good. I don't even know. I don't even know how many trends.
Being on the nutrition grid clearly is a fail.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's fun. I think it's fun to tinker, and I think people who have that mindset of wanting to learn and try and manipulate time and space and these bodies, it's kind of fun. But I don't think it's necessary. But it is fun. So I love to be my own lab rat and to try new things and to see how it works out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how I know these things, because I did them all. Yeah. So I think it's great if you want to do it that way. I think it's only detrimental if it's a lay person that is trying to get healthy, and then it's just too much information that's contradictory. And that's where I think some people are stuck right now. Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh my gosh. What is that?
Okay. AI.
Oh, yes.
What does AI do to a nutritionist's job?
I should not have one.
What does it do for you, and what does it do for people?
Okay. Well, I had seen something that you wrote or had about AI, and I thought it was great because you were pro AI, and I thought that was really a big kudos to like your character, your knowledge, your wisdom. That you didn't have to compete with it. You knew its value, and that value can actually be contributed. You can use that value.
Definitely,
it's not an enemy. It's like, I think that anything that we have, it can be used for good or bad, right? There's good and evil. We can use it however we prefer. Yep. And so I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful. I think it can be used. I was even reading an article by a bishop, talking about how does this intertwine with religion? Yes. And really it can be used as a great
I've explored this
tool for really growing and deepening our understanding by taking such complex principles and really making them bite-sized for, basic people like me. And so I love AI. What does it do for my job? I mean, do you need me? I'm surprised I'm still showing up.
Well, that's the elephant, right?
I think I just told a patient that today. I was like, I don't know why y'all are still talking to me, but I'll be here if you need me. But I do think that as human beings, we are always going to love a personal touch. We are always going to know that somebody cares about us. Yep. And also AI is only as good as your questions. Yeah. So do you know the right questions? Correct. And so your mind has to work in a certain way that you have to understand the next question to ask really to get.
This is where exactly it's such a powerful tool for you as a nutritionist because you know how to utilize that for the benefit of somebody more than they would ever know.
Yes. And I'm telling you, it is the greatest technology for you're talking about biohacking and sleep hacking.
I love it.
Because there is no human being in the world that would be able to remember and decipher every nuance of your sleep and your food and your thoughts and your supplements like AI can. Yeah. It is an incredible tool. So I think that if I had to picture my AI future, it would be I would help people to use AI to figure out how to do their perfect nutrition. You know what I mean? I might be the person that help them to help themselves. Is probably where it would eventually, it would be a while.
Help me help you.
That's how it
Can we put a Jerry Maguire clip on this? Help me help you.
Help me help you. Yes.
Help me help you. You.
Help me, help you.
Exactly. I agree 100%. I think it's a powerful tool. I love it for medicine. I
Oh,
love it as a
yes.
physician.
Yes.
I love it that people can ask things and come educated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no doubt that I can use it to greater understanding and use for them.
Yes, I think, it's amazing as a doctor for the knowledge,
Amazing.
how you can treat patients and how specific and how you
Yeah.
can hone in on their every detail is
And
incredible.
save so much time on research and all these
Yeah,
things.
it's amazing.
It's great. This
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you
It was
so much.
fantastic.
It
I really
That was
loved
a
it.
great episode.
Yeah.
That was good. Questions? You can ask. Put the comments below.
Probably going to involve egg yolks and milk, obviously.
Yeah,
Whatever the answer.
Let me know what you think about the Yvette dinner. Is that dinner or is that just like a bedtime thing?
Straight at bedtime.
Okay.
Total weirdo.
Yvette's bedtime thing. Greatest basketball player of all time, in your opinion?
Oh, Kobe Bryant. Yes, of course.
I love it. That's, that's why you're here.
I'm like, who? I don't know. Yeah, of course. Duh.
Of course.
Yeah.
AOS all the way. I love it.
All the way.
All right. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
in 41.
Thank you. Thank you.